back, everybody. You might think this is Beneath the Table. Well, you probably don't because you clicked on the title that has a different name on top of it.
Right.
The channel is still Beneath the Table. This is now the show called... I forgot the name again.
Well, that happened.
You made the name, Matthew. Well, that happened.
Well, that's the show. There we go. Segue.
We're still super loud, but that's okay. I turned it down some.
I can fix that.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Yes, the show is called Well, That Happened. The show's idea? Well, it's I present a topic to these numbskulls.
And then we just see what happens with it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's a very self-explanatory title. Why are you laughing, Jacob? It makes sense.
I mean, it's not that it doesn't make sense. It was just like, I presented to these two freaking idiots, and then...
Basically.
Wow.
It's from Poughkeepsie, New York. I don't know anybody there.
Pokemon, New York. That sounds awesome.
I want to put that on silent.
That's why starting the show off with a phone going off.
I'm so sorry.
That's why I put my phone on vibrate. How professional, Jacob.
My phone is usually on vibrate, which
but
the
it
one time
wasn't,
it's not. It's because I was expecting a phone call the past few days and I forgot to put it back down.
Alright, so, topic is, what is television?
What is television?
What is television?
Like, are we going to get philosophical with this? Or, like, do you want a Webster's dictionary? Like, I'll go get my phone.
I can quote all of I'm the Slime by Frank Zappa because it's about television.
Go ahead, how long is this, like half hour?
I don't know, let's try to keep it at a minimum half hour.
Minimum half
Maybe
hour?
45 minutes at most.
Got you.
But I want a smooth upload time.
It's a tool of the government and the industry, too.
Right.
It's destined to rule and regulate.
It's run by the Jews.
Whoa! That's like, alright, we're going to get demonetized immediately.
Alright,
First
it's a family-friendly show.
What, you don't think Jews are family-friendly?
Just replace Jews with... Just replace...
No,
not that.
I don't know if I want you to finish that thought, Jacob.
No. It's actually family-friendly.
Okay.
What was the Game Grumps saying? Like, replace Jews with Barney Rubble.
Yeah, Barney
and
Rubble.
replace any other bad slur with Fred Flintstone's friend.
Jew isn't a slur. I didn't say it was stank. Jew is both the actual, like, politically correct term and the slur, but you just have to put stank on it.
I guess that's true. Well, you put a little bit of stank. What you said could have been considered stank.
No, it's not. Stank would be like if I sounded like I didn't like him when I said it. I was just saying it like in a comedic stretch. I was like, Jews. I wasn't like, Jews.
Now we're going to get demonetized.
It was for effect.
Anyway,
Cut the shoot.
What is television?
What is television? So, back in my senior year of college, I went to college, I'm doing this.
I went to college!
I went to college!
That's my plankton. That's my really bad plankton.
So do you mean, like, what is television just in society, or what is television, like, to you?
What is television in society, and what is it to us, basically?
Okay, so
you
got a haircut. It looks nice.
No, I haven't had a haircut in, like, 3 weeks.
You got your hair done different.
I got a job interview tomorrow, so I'm getting one tonight.
Oh.
Okay, well, that happened.
Yeah, well, that happened.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I realized, too, that I feel like this thing is going to make it seem like I made the show, because that's kind of one of my catchphrases I say a lot.
You don't have a catchphrase.
I have multiple catchphrases,
Dude,
Matthew.
this is real life. There are no such thing as catchphrases
You just
don't.
You guys don't
That's
listen.
in television.
Yeah,
which is the topic.
So, no, back in my senior year of college, I wrote a 16, 17-page research paper on what is television today.
Right.
And let me tell you something. It was a pain. Who reads research articles? I mean, come on, people.
I read research articles on things that
you read research articles. Yeah, you read research articles on like are Kremlin's crocodiles or alligators?
Okay, I don't read that.
Kremlins, I mean, sorry.
I do
subsection.
Kremlin.
Really?
Kremlin is the friggin' like USSR or whatever.
Yeah, you're thinking of Kremlin, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This isn't picking up on the mic, is it?
I don't know. I don't have headphones on.
I want to write a research article on what article on whether or not Kongs are communists or not, or should I say communists? I'm going to stop talking about Donkey Kong now.
Communists. Yeah. I want that on a shirt. That should be. Do you think we'll get demonetized? Do you think we'll get a cease and desist by Nintendo if we make that a shirt?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, Game Theory did say Mario was a communist.
Well, but he didn't sell merch about it. That's what I'm saying.
You want to sell merch?
Yeah,
no,
he didn't sell merch about it.
I want to sell a shirt that has Donkey Kong, but with like the USSR symbol on his forehead, and it's like the.
No, let's just stop there. Let's just stop there.
The Viet Cong.
No, let's just stop there. Oh my.
Okay, so your research paper.
Yes. You know, it's been about like a week now. I can't remember what I wrote about.
This was my college thesis, but it was whatever. It's all a blur.
I made a freaking B.
All I saw was red and Red Bull.
Oh, so basically, I took the paper. I went through the steps of like how it kind of started off into what it has become. Mm-hmm. Basically, like I should have done a poll, but I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time to do it when I was writing it. I should have done a survey / poll, like, what do you watch mostly? Do you watch actual live television, whether it's cable to like satellite to like I'm actually going to watch Netflix instead?
Like
Oh,
Netflix
Hulu.
as in the mail or the stream?
What?
Like, I'm gonna order this Netflix. So basically, like DVD. Like, would you count? What would you say, like, as far as DVD and stuff?
Nobody uses. Who uses the DVD option on Netflix?
I think they still provide.
They still provide it.
They
but
still
who
provide it?
uses
Is
it?
GameFly still a thing?
Yeah,
Is GameFly still doing
I
stuff?
think
I think
so.
Gamefly's a thing.
Okay, sorry, that's different. But like, I was curious.
Like, well, like in the genre of Netflix, like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, like streaming services.
Yeah.
That's what it's become, and it's not like on a physical TV. I'm pointing to a physical TV.
I had to look for a physical TV. If you have surround sound headphones, then you would have.
Yeah, we live in 2018. If you don't have a TV implanted in the back of your eye,
Yes.
Yeah. So like, what does that become for us as people?
I think like for me, like I don't watch what people would, I guess, classically consider television. Like, I don't watch TV. I watch Hulu, and I watch Amazon Prime, and I watch Netflix. But I watch TV shows off those streaming services. So I guess I could consider, I watch TV, but I don't watch it, like, the way people classically consider watching TV to be.
See,
Which I think it's most people now.
my primary thing of streaming is YouTube. I watch more YouTube than anything, and I don't know if that
Me too.
I don't know if that would necessarily count as TV because, like, it's not necessarily like broadcast network shows.
But here's the thing:
it's just like user content.
in my paper, I actually argued for that YouTube is considered TV now.
Well, I mean, and they do have YouTube TV. But
Yeah,
like, YouTube.
Well,
isn't-
they also have a service you pay for to, like, they also have a way where you can watch everything, like, without the ads, as they have, like, YouTube Premium, and then you get shows out of having
Yeah,
YouTube
because
Premium.
what
so.
is when
Oh,
you
yeah,
boil
I
it
never
down?
thought about the YouTube
Yeah,
riches.
because if
Yeah.
you boil it down, what is television? It's scripted shows on a device, basically, or somebody produces it, scripts it, puts it out for people to watch. Basically, that's what YouTube is.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, I mean, back in the day, and still is kind of
Back in the day,
Back
all
in
the way
the
in
early-
2005.
back in early YouTube, like people,
Back in the dark ages.
Yeah.
people was like, here was this 5-second clip of somebody getting hit in the balls or something like that.
And then that was it.
That
Like
was it.
break.com or stupidvideos.com. Wow. That just took me on a
So that-
whirlwind.
Stupid videos.
Awful.
And that's evolved. And, well, I'm not sure that's evolved, but like
Yeah,
the
no.
videos itself have.
It's remained stagnant.
Yeah, but YouTube
At
in
best.
general has evolved into like people are either making companies and production companies to
Mhm.
like produce quality content for people
Yeah.
to watch, and like YouTube pushes for view time to be at least like good videos to be at least 23 minutes long, which would be it's really hard for news channels to do that.
Remember early YouTube where like
It was a dating website. Yes, I remember that.
no, where you could only upload videos that were at most 10 minutes 59 seconds unless you were a YouTube partner, which being a YouTube partner was much more few and in between.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like I think like maybe 2012 or 13, they were just like unlimited upload time for
Yeah.
any video.
Well,
Now
I
it's
remember.
like-
I remember very early YouTube. I remember like the
Yeah.
first year YouTube
Well,
came
we all
out, where
do.
people were re-uploading like cartoons and stuff, like
Right.
in
we
parts and
uploading
stuff
other
like
people's
that.
videos and
Yeah,
looking
it's-
salty.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything about it back
Yeah.
then. Like it was freaking.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was the Wild West when it
really
started. like
was.
it
Well,
was.
that's what all YouTubers said who started back then.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like people like Peanut Butter Gamer, who's been around for like, geez, like I don't
Who
know
had
how long.
the-
now,
At
but-
least
websites.
8 years.
Yeah, and he was talking about it too. He was just like, dude, I started doing like the whole like YouTube gaming like review thing like before anybody even knew that, or that was the genre even.
Right.
Like, that
Well,
was just a thing.
They moved, well, like him and like Red and Link and I think Smosh and them, they started with their own websites.
Right.
And then when YouTube came out, people started uploading their videos. And it's like, well, if our videos are going to get 1,000, like millions of views because somebody uploaded it, we might as well just post directly ourselves.
It was.
Yeah.
It's,
That's what happened.
It's very weird how that's turned around too because of all the like YouTube like the like demonetization problem. It's like now some content creators are kind of becoming more where they're just like watch it on my website please because then I'll make money.
Well, then there's also other video services that they're using, and some people even straight up have their own shows on like Verve and stuff like that,
Well,
now, which is
yeah.
a whole other thing. But like, I think about like YouTube. For me, I think about like what TV is becoming because like when the whole net it's kind of dead now. The whole like net neutrality thing, like
Yeah.
that a lot of people were talking about how that it was going to be straight up like TV. You have to pay for this service in order to get these things, and you have to have the different subscriptions.
So.
Yeah, I do too. But like what
but
I
it's
mean,
like an optional thing.
Yeah, but what I mean is like now you have stuff where it's like you have where you can still pay for YouTube and you get more out of it in like a show. It's like almost like HBO or something.
Right.
And it's
but
the
less
same
boobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still think you're not wrong.
Yeah, he's
But
not wrong.
I think about that, and I also think about stuff like Crunchyroll and stuff like
Right.
that, and Funimation, where it's like, I mean, well, if you don't have, Crunchyroll is like, if you, of course, you can always.
I don't know. You
pirate
should
it.
just get Voov if you want to.
Yeah, Verve. Well,
they
Verve
have
is
all
cool. I
5
actually
things.
have Verve. I was like, whoa, Verve's kind of cool. I'm not paying for it, but I have it.
Yeah, I think Verve and Funimation are cutting their ties next month. So.
Oh,
No, it's not Verve and Funimation. It's Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Oh, okay.
Which could include Verve, but Funimation has its own thing anyway. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, Verve is.
Well, Disney's now getting on board with that now. They'll those in the works of like their own streaming
Yeah,
services.
because it's like it's Disney. They're like, why not?
I mean, there's more ways for us to make more money,
I
and
mean-
it will work. I mean, if they have their own streaming services, has all
'Cause-
their movies, like
yeah.
it's gonna work out.
DC has their own streaming service.
yeah, but I'm
now.
not. But that also includes like comics and stuff that you get
Yeah.
online. But I don't really want to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
think
honestly, I've seen snippets of Titans. It doesn't even look that good.
I know, right? It doesn't look that good.
Like,
Look-
I'm not that interested.
I think of it like in this way. Like I think of back when I was a kid and what TV was to me. TV was me going home and turning my CRT on and watching whatever the heck was
Ed
on.
and
Like
Eddie.
Ed and Eddie more than likely. Like
Mhm.
Ed,
Good
Ed,
show.
anything on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. That's what I was watching. And if I wasn't doing that, then my options were to play video games or go outside. I couldn't get. I couldn't get. I couldn't get. I mean, for one, we didn't really have a computer, but like
Well,
the
computer
one.
wasn't really big when we were kids.
I
Yeah,
just
so-
imagine like, all right, well, there's
Well, the
absolutely
internet
nothing
was
else to
big.
do.
The internet was a
Gotta
big
go
deal
outside.
because MySpace was huge at the time and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but like even then, like people don't really talk about. Let's go on the internet and do stuff.
Yeah, like,
Unless
oh,
you're,
dude,
adult.
Dude,
Kids didn't
Hulu
do
and
it.
stuff like that. We did not have Hulu when we were kids. We didn't.
Hulu came around like I think 2005, something like that.
Wait, really? Hulu's been around that long?
I remember watching it when I was in middle school. A
Yeah,
lot.
no, I remember seeing Hulu, but like it was much different back then. It was
Hulu,
kind
you
of
could actually watch all the shows without paying for subscription.
Yeah, and you only had like an ad or two
Yeah.
in between.
yeah.
Good
But like,
times.
It was like yeah.
when I was a kid, it was on demand. When we got on
yeah.
demand, I loved it. We had like the Comcast on demand. I'm talking before Xfinity stuff.
Right.
And like we had like that's how I would watch like Sonic X and stuff like that because I never got up that early on Saturday mornings to watch like 4Kids and stuff
No,
like
you're
that.
not a real kid. You're never a real
I think
kid.
I still have my Sonic X DVD with like 3 episodes on it.
Those were terrible. I hate those.
I'm gonna
Like
bring
when I was a
those.
kid, I was like, yeah, I got these same 3 episodes that I can quote word for word now because I only have this DVD.
Yeah,
I'll
because they
bring
didn't
them.
make seasons for kids shows. They made like here's a volume.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then I got like
They
I-
still do that though. It's weird.
I don't know.
see, my thing was that for Christmas one year, like I had always known that there was like a Super Mario Brothers TV show. I didn't know that you could still watch it, and so like when mom and dad like got me like a DVD of it for Christmas one year, and I watched the living crap of it to the point where I still know every episode on that DVD like word for word. But like but when you get older, you realize like, oh wow, like all this stuff is readily available for me now and very easy to see. Like, and I didn't have any of that when I was a kid.
Well, I don't think those services really existed that much back then
Yeah.
either online.
I don't think TV. I mean, I think TV is still popular. I think a lot of people still watch.
Yeah, because
TV.
you got the news and
Yeah, there's
that's
a lot of
what I
things
still
that
watch.
you can only really see on TV. But there's also a lot of stuff like because late night shows and stuff like that. A lot of people still tune in to see that.
Yeah, but now they're moving to YouTube a lot.
That's what I'm
There are
saying.
a lot of segments.
The
on it,
more-
not the whole thing is.
The more
Well-
time goes on, the less TV is going to become relevant to me. Like I think because I straight up just don't watch TV anymore unless it's on a streaming service. Like I
See-
don't watch regular television.
Do you watch regular television, Tyler?
Not very often. The most I do is if I'm like in my living room or something.
See, I probably watch the most regular television out of all of you. Because I like to keep, like, feels like I can wait a day or, like, a whole season before watching the next thing.
Right.
But I like to stay current. Mainly
only-
because it's hard to keep
Well, see, that's
spoilers
my
out.
thing because I like doing the streaming thing because then it's like I don't want to just have to watch like one episode and then wait a week
But
or like
I think
2
that's
weeks.
part of the excitement in a way. And Netflix actually does that with some shows. They release
Yeah, if
episodes.
it's like their originals or something.
Yeah, but, like, I like to keep up. I keep up with The Flash, Arrow, Legends on CW, and
See,
a couple other shows that might pop up.
And there's exceptions for most people. My thing is I don't keep up with a lot of other TV shows. Usually
But
what
I
I do
record
is
it, so I fast forward through.
I'm the kind of person that kind of waits for a show to finish or a season to finish, and I watch it all. But here's an example. There's an anime I'm watching right now, but like of course, we don't get this here because we don't. It doesn't stream here. But I don't.
Yeah, it's East Coast cartoon. No.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say, like, I'm sorry, but I pirate it and I watch it on Kids Anime but I'm watching it as it comes out. So for me, that's what TV is for me. Like, it's just okay. I can just watch this whenever I feel like it. I don't have to wait for the episode to come out and then wait again. You know, like when I was a kid, if I missed the episode, I had to wait till they played it again.
Right,
which could be a long time.
And I remember back in the day, that was a big deal because like they would always be like before we play. But I'm sure they still do this with some shows now, like Walking Dead and stuff like that. But like
before we play the next new episode, they play the episode.
They play the episode beforehand, and I remember shows doing that all the time when I was a kid. That was a big deal. It was like if you miss this episode, you'll get to see it again this night.
Sometimes on like weekends on some channels, they might play a marathon of one show.
I was just about to say that too. I remember they did this one year. They played SpongeBob all day. They played like.
I'm pretty sure that's because of the movie was coming out.
No, it was because of the SpongeBob BC special. They were going to play it on Nick at Night.
Oh,
that's
true.
I don't know why I remember this so well, but me and it was on a Saturday or something like that. It was either a Saturday or a Sunday. And they played SpongeBob from season 1 all the way through what they had so far, and then they played SpongeBob BC, and then I think they did it again for Best Day Ever, but I don't remember.
Oh, that was a disappointment episode.
That was very disappointing.
Yeah, that was a really lame
BC was hilarious.
Yeah,
but yeah, Best Day Ever.
That kind of reminds me of like when I was little. I had cable, and then my parents got rid of it for the majority of like I think between I was 10 and 17, 16, something like that. We just didn't have cable. But sometimes the cable was like, here's this free like 3-month trial, and like you get cable, you get all the package deals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, and like you can see streaming services doing the same thing to get you hooked on it. Because like the reason why I have YouTube Premium, well, it was YouTube Red when I had it, but it's like here's this 3 months free trial of YouTube Premium, and then it's like you go with it and you watch it a lot, no commercials, and then it's like. I don't want to watch commercials.
That's the thing, dude. That's exactly what happened to me. I got YouTube Red months ago, and I was just like, dude, I don't ever want to go back. And
right.
I've actually gotten to the point where I forgot there were ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like,
and I switched over
totally forgot.
Then I switched over to all account for the channel, and then I forget I switch back, and I watch the videos like, why is there an ad? Why am I watching an ad?
God, because it's like, especially when a lot of times they'll do that special where instead of 1 month free, you get 3 months free.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. So especially with 3 months free, it was like a thing where it's like, I really can't go back now.
Well, I think the same way, like when it comes to like music streaming and stuff like that. Like when I got a free
Spotify.
Yeah, I got a free 3 months for Spotify, and I never used it before. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. I could not stop it. Like I was like, I get unlimited access to all this music that I love and I can keep listening to.
Here's the thing.
And I was like, I gotta pay for this for myself. Like I have to have this.
If you have Spotify, you just might as well get premium because like even if you hit random on that album, it won't play the songs on the album. It will play like things in that genre, which bugs the crap out.
It does that on Spotify.
Yes,
I didn't have.
I did. I had Spotify, and then I was like, I don't want to pay for premium.
Cassie was telling me she couldn't stand Spotify because of that reason too, and she'd rather just do Pandora.
I would just download music on my YouTube and then play it.
But I felt bad because I was telling her she was wrong, and without knowing that, I actually had no clue that.
Yeah.
If you didn't have
premium. Way to make a girlfriend feel bad.
Well, I feel bad now because I didn't know that. Like, I honestly thought it was like, oh, I'm sure you can still play through the album. You just have to you just have to go through ads every now and again. I didn't know that.
If that was the case, I would yeah, sure, why not?
I could deal with a couple of ads.
Right.
But no, dude, Spotify Premium is like the best way to listen to music right now, in my opinion. I don't know how good it is with I need to look into this more, but we're on music now. But when it comes to television and stuff like that now, I just think we live in an area where it's way easier to watch the things that you want to watch as opposed to being like, man, I'm going to miss that show tonight. Because I remember hearing that when I was a kid. From my parents and stuff like that. I got to miss the show I like.
It still has that.
It's like a weird thing, too, where it's like, I feel like for a lot of shows, too, if they're not on some sort of streaming service, the show's either probably not going to do super hot or, it's going to not make as much money as it could.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just cut the cable, they only watch things on streaming.
Yeah, I'll eventually just say no cable, or I'll have YouTube. I'll get YouTube TV.
Right.
But I know
other things.
I know eventually I'm going to get to the point where
because I think if you have all the streaming services, I think they probably add up to the same amount as a cable service.
Probably.
Yeah, but my thing is I think about back in the day, when Survivor was huge.
It still is huge, Jacob.
It really is.
Yes, people still watch it.
I mean, I'm sure people still watch it.
There's still a huge following, man. Okay?
Really?
Don't alienate all survival fans out there.
They still have big commercials for it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay,
you don't watch
I
live TV.
I feel like the contestants get stupider every season.
Well, that's the point.
That's
Okay,
You want
well,
that.
when I was a
That seems to
kid,
be what they market on the
when I was a kid,
commercials.
I heard it being talked about a lot more. I'll put it to you that way.
Right.
And Survivor was one of those shows that like my friends were watching too. I mean, it was so big that they made a cartoon version of it in Total Drama Island. But
Well,
like,
there was also like a lot of like spin-off kind of shows like it. Like,
yeah,
the Real Life Gilligan Island show.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do remember
I don't
that.
remember that at all.
Oh gosh, it was bad. But it was like it's one of the shows like you just kind of had to watch it to find out.
No, like when Survivor was big, like it was one of those things where it was like, okay, we got to watch it because we're gonna miss it. Like if we miss this episode, we won't be able to see it again for a while.
Right.
Well, you can't really watch the next episode because then it's like, what happened? Why
Yeah, we
does
don't
this
know,
happen?
because then you don't want to. It's like I gotta know what happened first. I don't want to spoil it.
It's like the Amazing Race.
Yeah, so back in the day, I remember that being a big deal. Well, now it's just kind of like, it's gonna be on demand or whatever the heck it's gonna
It'll
be.
be on
Like
Hulu.
it'll be on there later on. I'll get a chance to watch it later on. It's much more convenient. I feel like TV is more convenient than it ever has been.
Oh yeah.
It's unbelievably convenient. The problem is though, is that I think everybody feels like, well, no, it's not really even a problem because everybody's willing to pay money for it. But I feel like the more we keep doing the stuff like that, like I feel like it's just going to steady ramp the prices up and stuff like that. Because like the more TV becomes irrelevant, the more it's going to become like we got to pay more for this, and you got to pay more for that. And I feel like people are going to do that without even thinking a second thought about it.
Well, it's either going to
I
go.
mean, in a way, Netflix does that because it's like every other year they increase their like prices about $2 or $3.
Yeah, and see,
yeah.
here's the thing: people keep on saying that like Netflix. Like, here's one thing I don't understand.
Well, it's because the numbers are increasing, and then they gotta factor in like how much broadband they.
And also, it doesn't
what
help
broadband they
that
have to use.
it also doesn't help that like every Tuesday they add 80. They like film 80 new Netflix original shows.
Have you?
So many.
Like they have that.
Tried counting them. They're so.
Their
close to
freaking
it.
like film studio crew or whatever must be gigantic.
Yeah, dude, they have anime now. They have their own
Well,
cartoons.
they
have, like, it's just
outsource.
like
It always says Netflix, but they're not all in like one studio. They
Right.
they outsource people like come in, do this.
But still,
and
they
then-
like to pay those people and
Granted,
stuff.
they got rid of two shows just recently.
They did.
Luke Cage and Office.
And that's because literally no one really watched them. I think people watched Luke Cage, but not as much as like Daredevil.
dude,
and
I fell
Jessica
asleep
Jones.
on the second episode of Iron Fist, and I had not watched.
Oh,
it
dude,
ever
but it
since.
gets so much better after the second episode.
Oh, man,
I
I
didn't
could not see
even bother watching Iron Fist.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I watched
I
the
was
See,
not-
I like that
trailers and I
one
was like,
better.
meh.
I like that one better than Luke Cage, but that's a different topic.
I never
for
even
another
watched.
day.
I never even watched Luke Cage. I don't think.
It's a Paul. I'm sorry.
But I mean, it doesn't surprise me they got rid of those shows. No one was watching them.
I mean, Luke Cage.
Dude, that was really good though.
Luke
Don't
Cage-
get it. Darren was great.
Luke Cage, when I would watch the trailers, looked boring only for the fact of just like.
I'm a
So-
strong guy.
Yeah, it's like only. It was just the fact of just like, well, what's his weakness? Because it's just like I'm invincible. It's
and
like,
then
all
comes
right.
along somebody can like beat the crap out of him. It's like, well, he's not that invincible.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
This trailer lied to me. But no, like I think about like again back. Sorry, it's kind of relevant though. Like I'm not even watching that much anime at all, but like it's relevant. I think about like the way you can watch anime now. Like Netflix has been like, I mean, it goes either one or two ways. Anime is either like, I don't feel like watching it, or it's really really good and you want to finish it. Like for like the anime market is thriving off Netflix. I think right now personally.
I would say more Hulu is.
Well, Hulu is, but like Netflix also, like all streaming services, like anime is like part of the mainstream populace in America. Not that it hasn't been, but like right now, it's more relevant in America than it ever has.
Because there's a bunch of nerds out there. Oh gosh.
There really are, but like that's the thing. It's also being really pushed because a lot of people want to see it, and like because I think it's also a medium that has something for everybody. Like, not that TV doesn't, but like for some reason, it's a lot more far. It's a lot more far-reaching in that community, but. That's just my 2 cents on it, but like definitely when it comes to like television and stuff like that, it seems like that's another thing I've noticed. There's more of a priority for like animation and stuff like that now than it was when I was a kid.
Well, I see like television's gone in phases. In one of the articles I read, it's like there was 3 main stages of television, and there was debatable. There was a 4th one between. There's people who say that this is the 4th stage of television, and people say no, it's not. We're still in the third phase of television, which is they're lumping together like staying on television what we grew up with, with now streaming services, but then the others argue like no, the digital is now the new age, and I would tend to lean to more the people who say this is the 4th generation of television.
I think so.
Streaming, because it's just like such a big deal. Like, the 3rd generation is all about DVRing and the box. Your television box.
Man, that takes me back.
Well,
I can record this!
I mean,
That was
I still
great.
do that, but, like, I mainly use a streaming service.
Did you ever use like where you would get like the blank tape and put it in the VCR?
Yes,
and
I've had
record
that.
it?
I did that for an Arthur episode when they meet the Backstreet Boys.
I
back in the
still
day.
have mine.
Arthur met the Backstreet Boys.
Yes, did you not?
You don't know that?
No. How did I miss this episode? Or maybe I just
It
didn't
was
realize.
an hour-long episode, and it came on a Sunday evening.
Maybe I just didn't realize it was the Backstreet Boys.
I have 3 of these. I have one from when my dad recorded a He-Man episode. I'm not joking. I have one for when I recorded for a Donkey Kong Country episode.
I'm sorry, that's terrifying.
Dude, I was super into it when I was a kid. But, I mean, I guess I'm still kind of into it now because it's hilarious. But, like, and there's one more, but I don't remember what it's for. And I still have those tapes sitting around somewhere.
Wait, the Arthur X Backstreet Boys episode, was that the one where like the twist at the end was like they were holograms?
No.
Okay.
That's a different episode.
Yeah, it is.
No,
I don't remember that one. Were they animals? Still, or were they just weird? Were they just weird?
They're the
humans?
Backstreet Bulls.
Yeah.
The Backstreet
No,
Bulls.
and let's see, I had one for... I had a VHS tab. Matilda, I had that on VHS.
Matilda.
The movie, the
Yeah.
psychic girl thing.
Yeah.
I still have my copy of the Rugrats movie.
And
Orange
that's-
tape.
I think that's about it.
I have.
No, I had one for Rugrats too.
The Paris one.
No, it was like a Christmas episode one.
I just had the regular movie.
I think I have the Paris one.
Man,
That was where Kimmy was introduced.
Mhm.
yes, that was. That one came on TV. I thought that was in the movie theater.
It was in the movie theater. It's just that first
The
of all,
Rugrats movie was
yeah,
a lot more
of all
successful.
things. Yeah, of all things, Rugrats was one of the few shows that made movies continuical with the show.
The Rugrats
Wild
dude,
Bill
it's
Bailey Rugrats
crazy.
movie? Yeah, good movie.
Dude, it's crazy to think about the Rugrats movie and like how big of a deal it was back then because that was like the one movie that was competing with Disney back then.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Basically, like
That is crazy.
and especially too because it was just like a show from like a studio that was only just TV stuff.
Dude, and that movie was like a legitimate like whoa, like Disney had to like actually kind of like reel back
Like,
for a second,
the
and realize
quality-
we're not the only
The
ones.
quality
who
in
can
the
do this.
movie was so much better.
Yeah, like the animation was so
Insane.
good. Yeah,
Actually, I don't think I saw that movie completely through.
the Paris one.
Yeah. Or any of them. The one where Dill was born,
Yeah,
too.
because literally like
That one's amazing.
they literally had that movie, and so then now Kimmy was a part of Chucky's family, and also her mom or whatever, like Chad
Yeah.
married her, and
Oh,
then also
Chaz.
Chaz, that's what it was. And then like at the end of the movie, the big thing is where like Chucky doesn't want his dad marrying that crazy Paris lady, so like
He doesn't want his
I don't remember her Coco, that was her name. And so he's running through the aisle,
And he
yelling-
says, no.
yeah, he's like
I've seen that
no, and his dad's like he's talking, and then the very next episode that airs after that movie came
part.
out,
He kept on saying no.
he kept on saying no, but it would just mean whatever because that was the only word he knew. Continuity. And
Pretty
yet,
cool.
Dragon Ball Z, they're just now being having continuity with their movies.
You're really salty about that.
But like Broly's so cool, and he's just now going to be canon. I hope he's cooler.
Broly's
But
a
not cooler.
monster.
Frieza's-
Broly's
Frieza's
not a
brother.
monster.
Yeah. But either way, I feel like TV now isn't the best place it's ever been. But I also think TV more hinges on streaming services than television itself.
Yeah, because there's a lot of production companies now just like doing shows for streaming. Like, Marvel is really big into it now because with Netflix, and they also have a show on Hulu, The Runaways,
Mhm.
which it's on my to watch list. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I think I saw The Runaways, and I was like, oh, is this another trailer for
Oh, they also have Crocodile?
Shattered Time or whatever, that Disney movie?
No, I don't know what you're talking
Apparently it's
about.
terrible.
Yeah. Oprah was in it.
Are you talking about Wrinkle in Time?
Wrinkle in Time, that's what it was. Wasn't that a book?
Yes, it was a book. Apparently, it was a really good book.
But not a good movie.
Yeah, it was on Netflix like right when it came out.
Right. So, when that happened, me, Matthew, I'm pointing myself.
Featuring character one.
Yeah, character 1. Character 2, Tyler. Hey.
All right, Matt. Thanks.
Oh, you're not going to say intro?
Yeah, you're not going to...
Oh, we're doing it.
Yes, well, no, we're
Oh,
saying
I'm sorry.
bye.
I'm sorry. I thought you were
We're
just.
saying-
I thought you were explaining.
We're
still.
saying our names.
Yes,
We
well-
never introduced our names.
Okay.
We're just voices.
Okay, we'll start over. Do it.
Okay, I got to cut this whole last one out now. Okay.
No, you don't. It'll
Well, this is ending now officially with me, Matthew. I'm pointing myself. You didn't know that.
Myself, Tyler.
I, Jacob.
All right.
Well, that happened.